5 years of high school, we've discovered more about the world around us, learned about ourselves, often delving into unknown frontiers, as if we were astronauts going into outer space for our first mission.
Sometimes we questioned every bit of our existence, but what lay beyond the walls of our spacecraft was worth the laborious journey.
Let us take you on a voyage through time and space, through the hallways of Sir Winston Churchill.
2015,
A Churchill Space Odyssey. Gomyek o hoi sang yi du tamwe de et yi.
Isay malaking karanggarang na makasa kapalita ako sa inyong harapan.
Nous beaucoup man hai été anda.
C'est notre honneur d'être ici aujourd'hui.
It's an honor to be here today. First, let's introduce ourselves.
Devon and I have known each other for a long time.
For more days than the people at Churchill, before Facebook, MSN, even Google were around.
Cell phones were this big. Cassettes, VHSs, and floppy disks were all the rage, and Pluto was still a planet. It has been a long and hard journey. Just like some of you, we've gone through bowl cuts, braces, and voice cracks together.
And questionable fashion styles.
That Gap hoodie, cargo shorts, and even the always in vogue fedoras.
The good, the bad, and of course, the ugly.
There were countless steps leading up to the launch of high school.
Elementary school was a lot like astronaut training. We were taught our ABCs, and then our 1, 2, 3s. Then we were sent off to apply the skills that we had learned.
We all came from various schools and different backgrounds, but with one mission: to complete high school.
Our mission started in the year 2010, our first day of grade 8.
We said goodbye to everything that we thought we knew and buckled up for a wild ride.
With sweaty palms and butterflies in our stomach.
For us, it was nervous looks and glances over our shoulders.
We were ushered into the welcome assembly, trying to spot a few familiar faces, wondering if the person next to us was going to be our new best friend, or arch nemesis. Then, after our first introduction to the effervescent Miss Salter, we were thrown into the abyss known as the hallways.
As waves of students surged towards us, we watched in fear as the towering grade 12s walked through the hallways with confidence and swagger. Perhaps you avoided eye contact at any cost, or you marveled at their superiority and couldn't believe that they were already growing beards.
Or you just never saw them, because you took the shortcut through the calf and avoided the grand hallway. You also avoided their favorite hangout spot, the hidden pool on the 4th floor.
Then again, you may have also wondered what it would be like to be one of those grade 12s who seemed to have life figured out.
I mean, personally, at the time, I was just trying to keep my voice from cracking, and I'd talk to girls without breaking into a nervous fit.
And I don't know about you, but I don't quite have it figured out.
Except for those future doctors who have their life planned out. I am you guys.
We now look at those university kids thinking, man, maybe they have it figured out.
Yet this is only under the pretense of false hope, as we are guessing that neither do they. Something else high school and mission to space have in common is the opportunity to try new things, whether it's freeze-dried ice cream or venturing into a dark cafeteria and metamorphosis into a school dance.
Some of you may have tried to stiffly dance with a boy or a girl and had just discovered that they do not in fact have cooties, contrary to popular belief.
Wait, you don't have cooties?
I seriously hope you are kidding.
Now, in your final year of high school, you've probably noticed the grades still look awkward as ever at school dances. Leaving grade 8, we entered the exit sphere. Our confidence level rose. We were no longer at the bottom of the food chain. We were the ever-popular 9th graders. We passed the grades in the hallways and thought, Lord, what fools these mortals be. It was our first introduction to Shakespeare. Don't you all remember A Midsummer Night's Dream? Me neither until I looked it up. Or, in everyday language, we passed the grades and thought, why are you so short? You're never that short.
Yes, you were. Sorry, it's called development, growth. Sorry, dear. And even though you felt like you were the bee's knees, you're really just the same person with maybe just a slight tan and a deeper voice.
With a couple newfound straggly hairs blossoming through one's chin. I'm looking at you, Simon.
In grade 9, we started to adapt to life away from Earth. Our love for high school started to flourish.
just as Mr. Cooney and Madam Dinkin did. Taking notes, Mr. Cooney. More of you have addition for one acts and spring plays after hearing how brilliant they all were and how much fun everyone had a part of the production.
Miss Calder and Mr. Hyde always helped put memorable productions together, from the infamous one act to the latest production of The Wizard of Oz. And for those of you like myself who never had the privilege of having class in the ebullient Calder cave, we sit in regret of having missed the opportunity.
Additionally, the prenuptial IB students finished up their last year of synergy as they prepared for yet another year of science fair and pre-IB.
And there we were, in grade 10, in space, when part of the launch vehicle of our rocket detached, sending some people to trek through the woods, some to pre-IB, and some remained on board.
We accepted many people from around the globe, even some just south of the border, just a couple twins, always looking for a camera. What on earth are you doing, Madeleine?
Clenching my jaw to look at all the pictures.
You would jaw clench for a photo.
2013 was a year when selfies were straight fire. But don't worry, we're not going to take one from the stage. It's far too overdone.
When 2013 came to an end, it also brought forth to an end of an era of square dancing.
The legacy left behind by Mr. Pears, Miss May, Miss B, and Mr. Dykstra, imitating Keith Urban and Taylor Swift, is immortalized in our memories.
Houston, Houston,
Houston.
Okay, Houston, we have a problem.
This is Houston. Say again.
Houston, we have a problem. We're going in for a problematic landing into grade 11.
Grade 11 felt like we could see out of the Milky Way.
So close, yet so far.
We were finally seniors, but not necessarily smooth sailing. Science became harder.
A lot harder.
We were a little spaced out.
Yeah.
And the neckbeards and the mustaches connected and evolved into proud first beards for the lucky few, like Rip Pal.
At least this is the case for some of us.
IB kids came, and thus began the innumerable references to Dr. Gavitt, IAs, and EEs. 2014 was also the year that the varsity men's basketball team captured the provincial title. Our sense of school pride and camaraderie was astronomical.
Seriously?
Well, it was astronomical.
And those in the main program were able to socialize more with the students from Ideal as they joined our school in greater numbers.
For those of us Frenchies, grade 11 was when the stars in our French constellation began to extinguish, as our number of classes in French were reduced. Nonetheless, will be with us pour toujours.
Whether we want it or not.
Throughout our time here, all the English language learners continued to inspire our community.
By showing us their prowess and hard work by learning and mastering a second language. These students are truly no strangers to change, which for us came in our final year of high school.
We were traveling faster than the speed of light. We made it to grade 12. And our passage here could not have been accomplished without the kinetic energy of our dedicated teachers at Ground Control.
To all of them, we offer our heartfelt thanks. We'd also like to thank Mr. Bailey, the admin, the counselors, and as well the office staff.
Not to be forgotten are the library staff, and of course our solar diet team, and the clean keepers of our galaxy.
As grade 12, we were able to solidify our legacies. Some of us took on a greater leadership role and became club heads for one of the numerous clubs that paralleled the number of stars. Some of these truly contributed to making our community a more stronger and inclusive environment.
For example,
The weightlifting club that provides games to all in need.
a few others came to mind first, but I guess that works.
Now that grade 12 is coming to an end, we are planting our flags and preparing to venture off further into our galaxy and others beyond.
Perhaps you put in countless hours of work to ensure your spot on the Millennium Falcon 2.0 that will venture to Saturn. Or a few days of planning with the hope of having a place aboard the next Starfleet heading to Mars, if you couldn't captain the mission to Saturn.
We have read our proposal countless times, and just with a few minutes to spare, we submitted your proposal before the void closed.
You would wait anxiously, day after day, to hear about your admission from the Canadian Space Agency. Then,
finally, the package arrived. You hesitantly opened it, only to realize that you're not going to be jetting off to Saturn.
But that the Starfleet rocketing to Mars was dying for you to join them.
But who needs the Harvard to space missions anyways? There are plenty of other schools that won't put you in debt for the rest of your life and still allow you to explore new frontiers.
For those of us who have chosen different missions, whether it be space travel or working at headquarters, our voyages will be just as rich.
No matter what you choose, which galaxy you go to, you remember the trials and tribulations aboard your journey to the 2015 Churchill Space Odyssey.
It has not been an easy voyage. The dedication, the sacrifices, and indeed, the many choices and decisions we have made will ultimately carve our pathways in order to create journeys that have both meaning and significance. The future is daunting and frightening. All astronauts have that unsteady feeling in the pit of their stomach before taking off, and it would be unnatural to deny the fear of launching.
However, in the words of Chris Hatfield, hard work and determination can forge the strongest armor against fear. Hard-won confidence. So embrace your new beginnings and learn from the School of Life.
School 2, if that's where you're heading. And make sure to check back to Mission Control.
They'll help keep us grounded.
We have succeeded in the tricky business of graduating.
So may our journeys take us to
infinity
and beyond.
We are ready for takeoff.
Launch pad secure. Grads of 2015, go for main engine start.